I want some soup. Some soup. I want some soup. I want some soup. I want some soup. Oh, what has my life become? It's not good. It's not good. I am so bored. I'm so bored. Please give me something to do. Life. I actually can't think of about 100,000 million things that I could do right now. But, oh my god. You just can't be bothered to do them at all. And it's like, I was gonna help. My mum's like, oh, I'll have a bath, Eleanor, and do this, and sort yourself out for college tomorrow. And I'm just like, no. Because I just can't be asked. And I want to make myself some onion soup because it's like literally it's like chicken broth, but like for me it is for me. I just love it. I really like chicken broth. I mean, oh fuck it, I can't even talk anymore. Onion soup. This is so nice, but and it doesn't take that long to make it. But I just can't be asked. I really can't be asked. Oh god, and it's really bad because like I should get something to eat. It's like I don't know, it's 20 to 8 or some shit. I don't fucking know. And so I just, I need to eat something and get all washed and get all my shit ready for tomorrow. Like, not my literal shit. I'm not just gonna like shit all over the fucking house and put it in a barrel. I don't know what people do when they mean that. I just mean my like uniform, equipment, and put it all in a pile on my bed. I'm gonna do that. I don't want to do these things. I don't even know what I do want to do. I mean, I feel okay with being in the house on my own sometimes. But most of the time, I'm just like, fucking no, what? I just hate it. Like, the other day, my mum was like, oh, you don't mind being out of the house on your own on Thursday night? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, it'll be fine. Fuck it isn't. I hate it so much. It's so boring. I don't have anything to do. Like, everyone keeps being to me like, oh, you're such an extrovert, Ellie, and all this shit. I'm just like, well, I kind of am. But kind of not, because like I do actually quite enjoy being on my own, but only for like, I don't know, like 20 minutes. Like, well, not 20 minutes. I don't know. It just depends on what sort of mood I'm in. And right now, I'm just in a really kind of mood, and I just want to be like, I don't even know. Oh god, I just want to talk to people, and I've rung about, I don't know, like fucking 6 people. And they're all just like, oh, I'm busy, or oh, I need to get an early night. I'm like, who is going to bed at 20 to 8 on a Thursday night? Like, who? Who? But I don't know. Excuse me. And I need a wee as well. And I'm just like, oh, I've got to go downstairs. I gotta pull down my tights. I gotta pull up my skirt. I gotta pull down my pants. I gotta have a wee. I gotta wipe my mouth. I gotta pull them up again. I gotta wash my hands. And then I'll be downstairs. So it's like, well, I may as well make some food then. So I'll do that, but then I gotta get the chopping board out. I gotta chop the onions. I gotta put the onions in the saucepan and fry them. And then I gotta add the stock and the salt and pepper and shit like that. And then I'll be like, oh, maybe I should watch my TV. And then I will, and probably the news will come on. It'll be some depressing shit like, oh, little 5-year-old girl. Oh, every family's worst nightmare and all this. And I'm just like, well, I don't really want to kind of like watch that, because then I'll just be like, well, what's the fucking point in living if 5-year-old cerebral palsy girls just get fucking abducted by weird perverted freaks? And it's just like, oh, for fuck, I don't understand why they shouldn't be allowed to say this stuff just publicly on the news. Like, I don't know. They should say, I don't know, like, maybe they should say something like, oh, in a minute, we're going to be talking about really depressing, and this is what they'll be doing with their hands all the time. We're like, oh, we're just about to talk about some really depressing shit. Anyone who is of a sensitive nature, like myself, just leave the room now. Thanks, guys. Okay. This just in, 5-year-old girl, cerebral palsy, just got abducted by a weird guy. You know, it's like, why do we have to listen to it? And also, I got this letter in the post. It was like, I don't even fucking know. It was all just like weird. And it was like, oh, I kill thousands and thousands of people every day, and I am a bastard. And oh, and then it was like, I am cancer. Don't give money every month to cancer research because you've got better things to do with your time, right? No, you haven't. Give money to Cancer Research UK. And I was like, okay, first of all, is there a Cancer Research US? But secondly, what the cunting Jesus is happening. It was just horrendous, and I was like really upset for the rest of the day. I actually am a really overly sensitive person. I mean, not as sensitive as my sister, whose room I'm in now. Oh god, she's just, oh no, I mean not she, I mean I am. I'm just, oh god, it's really bad. Like, I cannot speak of like concentration camps because I just get too emotional. And seriously, I'll have to like hide under a duvet for fucking God knows how long, just because I'm like, well, what's the point of living if that kind of thing happens? And oh, I don't know, it's really bad, and like, oh, I just get so depressed about little things. It's like, oh, I just hate the world. It's like, I was thinking, there's like such a difference between the world as like a business, like not business, but like, man, this is a man's world thing. And then there's like the earth, which is all like Mother Earth, Mother Nature, beautiful, happy green lands with flowers and little children frolicking and being happy and drinking milk from their mother's boobs and happiness and love. And, you know, I just think like back in time when there were no horribleness, like there's no pollution. Right, have you ever noticed that when it rains, like it like washes all the pollution away and everything just looks amazing? You're like, oh my god, it's like HD world. It's like, oh wow, and then suddenly it's just like boom, and like so ozone layers just like fuck you all. And so it's like, what are we doing with this planet? There's like, I don't even know, we're like 10 planets and we're like one out of this. So like we're like a tenth of the planets in this galaxy and we're just fucking it up. We don't have anything else. Why are we doing that? So it's like back in time we'd all be like, oh, happiness, niceness, and just being cool and getting our own food from the earth and just getting the right amount of nutrition, not being fat, and jogging just for the hell of it. Woo, cartwheeling, you know, 70-year-olds cartwheeling and gymnastics. And now it's just like, oh, get a 9 to 5 and just be like, blah, 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 blah. And just, it's like, oh, fucking hell, like, why? I don't know why this happened. It's just stupid. It's like, when was the moment when, I don't know, let's face it, it would have been a man. Be like, oh, come on, ladies, this is stupid. Why are we just living happily? Why can't we ruin something, you know? And they'll be like, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, why don't I just rape one of you, you know? Why not? I mean, I have a penis, you have a vagina. I don't always have to ask you if we want to have sex. What's the point in that? I mean, what if I want to have sex and you don't? Well, am I supposed to do that, you know? And then they'll just be like, well, then you just have to deal with it, bro. And then he'll just be like, well, I'm not gonna. And then he will have raped her, and then she'll be all traumatized, and then all their children after that are traumatized, like genetically traumatized. So from then on, they're all just like, oh, rape and pillaging and wars and shit like that. And then it's just fucking depressing, and I don't understand it. I don't know. I hate it. And my friend was saying to me, you know, because actually what was going on in my head then was because I remember Chris Rock talking about comedians and stuff and saying that you can just ramble on as much as you want because it's like a gift having this rapid speech thing. But in the end, you actually do have to have proper jokes. I don't have fucking any jokes. Like, let me put that out right now. Like, there's some comedians where it's like, oh, I don't have any jokes. I'm just funny. Like Noel Fielding, I think he's really funny. But he's just like, I don't have proper jokes, I just talk and stuff. And I think he's a good comedian, but I don't really think many other people like his stand-up, which I think it probably is because there actually aren't any jokes. He's just like, oh, what if the gorilla was eating a banana? And stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. And like people like Louis C.K. and like Ellen DeGeneres, that's the kind of like comedian that I want to be. Because, I don't know, I just think they're kind of more conversational, and it's like George Carlin and stuff. Like I think that's a bit outdated for me, really. But I don't really know. I just think, yeah, I like Louis C.K., Ellen DeGeneres, Kathleen Madigan, I think her name is, and I like the fact that they don't actually talk like about that vulgar thing. Like people like, I'm not sure. I can't actually think of anyone now. Like people that are just really mean. Like, oh, my girl is so dumb that she did this and did that, and I was like, you so dumb, girl, and everyone in the audience is just like, oh, that's hilarious. And it's not. It's like, if you're with someone, you should be happy with them and like not be mean about them behind their back. They should just speak highly of them, you know? I mean, not like, you know, put them on a pedestal or whatever the fuck people say, but just like, you know, don't be like, oh, I hate them, they're douches. Because if you think that, then don't be with them, just like break up with them, fuck's sake. So, I don't know. So, yeah. It's like, I just would want to do what Ellen does, have my own chat show, talk to people, like, because I just want to meet so many people, like, not because it's like, oh, they're famous so I want to be near them, but just because I find celebrity culture interesting, and I just find, I mean, like, not like obsessed with it, but it's just kind of like, I just find it weird how like people just get so like, oh my god, can you go and stuff, and it's like, yeah. Like, my sister just goes on about it all the time. She's like, oh, I don't understand it. And I was like, I kind of don't either, but then having said that, I did like sob when I went to go see Lady Gaga and Beyonce. But yeah, I don't know. I really would like to have my own chat show, or be a stand-up, or like a comedy writer. And like, I'm doing a bakery course and shit, and that's all like good and fine, and like that's like my backup plan. But like, I remember Louis C.K. talking about that he never actually pursued anything else professionally, really. Like, was just sort of doing stand-up all the time, and like just for 15 years just doing it. And I just think I wouldn't mind doing that. Like, even if, and it's weird because people say, oh, is it just that you want to make people laugh? And it's like, not really. It's actually nothing to do with other people. It's like I literally need to do this a lot. Like, just talk all the time, and it's quite a good release and like a relief for me. Like when I talk to people, and I hope that people don't mind that I go on, because I know people kind of take the piss out of me for it, but it's like a personal thing. It's like I need to, and it's almost like I need that kind of attention, like people looking at me and think I'm like, not looking at me like weird, but just giving me positive attention and energy, because I think I've always had that from my parents. And so it's like, if when I don't have it for ages, like now, because I'm in the house on my own, I'm a bit like, what the fuck do I do, and shit like that. So I don't know. And it's like, I literally had no intentions of putting this on YouTube or anything like that, but I just thought, why not? Fuck it. It's like, because my friend Emma, she's got a friend called Katie Cutforth, who, like, her brother's Luke Cutforth. He's got like really, I mean, not like really famous, but just like, I think he gets money for the videos he does. I don't actually know. So Jack Wills, yeah. So it's just like, maybe I will, but I don't really care. And it's kind of easy to be like, oh yay, I want to be Tumblr famous and shit like that. I was gonna say YouTube famous, but Tumblr famous. It's like, I don't really care about being famous. It's just that I just need to do this to like put it out of my system. It's like literally, I would not even care if there was no one else in the world apart from me, my friends, and my family, just because they give me positive attention and energy, and I do with them, hopefully. And just like, everyone else can just go fuck off, because like, you know, like people trolls on YouTube and shit. She's like, just shut up, okay? If you don't like something, don't watch it or don't listen to it. Just rather than being all like, wow, I don't like this. It's just like, well, don't say anything then. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, thanks for watching or whatever. I don't really care. Look, got my moustache and spots. It's horrible.